What's up everyone, it's Paul and lafon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video. With Guangzhou sitting in the middle of the Asia leaderboard and London re-entering the league this weekend after their extended leave, this game determines where both these teams are going to be sitting for the near future.
Guangzhou have definitely been a bit of a mixed bag thus far this season, so there's potential for London to grab an upset, but Guangzhou should still be expected to take this. One thing's for sure, Nero versus Glister is going to be one hell of a DPS matchup.
EMP, and the London Spitfire have opportunities to be able to touch back onto this point. They're having to use all of their abilities just to get a foothold, and Eileen's EMP, I think, is going to wipe them out.
Big
towards the
bayonet,
end.
though, from Shu there, connects onto a couple of targets, so London had to back up around the corner, and you can see Chara using that sound barrier. Guangzhou are so close to capping out this point now. They're only a couple of percentages away, but the Blizzard from Old
Do they need to use the EMP? Because if they have to use the EMP, they're kind of stuffed for the next section of the map.
Yeah, they have to use it.
And they might have waited too long. They waited too long, Bren.
They wanted to save it. Side as well, Josh. He was able to get the Transcendence off. Krong, though, might try and turn this one. That could be exactly what they wanted. And that's exactly it. Guangzhou, they just cap it. No one able to touch from London. Krong clutching it in the final moments of that self-destruct.
Oh, what a bonkers fight. So many mistakes from both teams there.
But now he's going to be hunting for a pulse bomb. Stick connects, but doesn't find the kill, and Aldo with the icicle. A right click in the right place at the right time. Takes out Nero, and he finds a second one in the form of Rio. This is a brutal fight right now. London Spitfire on the defense, able to hold strong.
And this is why Eileen wanted to keep that EMP, because just in a neutral engagement.
Alive, but not for much longer, as the Guangzhou charge going to be collapsing onto them.
The London Spitfire still want to invest ultimates here.
Okay.
Even with the Bionate coming down, it's gonna kill Glister and Bernardo. I feel like that was a bit of a
optimistic.
It's not. Yeah, it's optimistic. It's not really that bad because Krillin will be perfectly fine, and he can swap over to the Zen if he really wants to as well. He doesn't have to worry about that Coalescence so much. But a little bit of an optimistic play. Running Sombra Tracer dive into the Mei and the Torbjorn, not particularly. Do I think that Guangzhou executed really well at the beginning of the map? Not particularly. But did they clutch towards the end? Absolutely.
With the Deadeye, working around the corners, forcing them away. Nobody was actually getting any capture point while that was going on. A bit of a wasted opportunity, because now Rio goes in with the Primal Rage. And that's Glister instantly deleted. Nero with the pulse went to the backline. Highly goes down. I think that's London not really capitalizing off of what they had.
Yeah. Yeah, playing too slow, not playing the point enough, and not punishing the people who are...
Goes into the backline, has a nano boost as well, so he's just going to be trying to build up the Primal Rage. Falling very low. Soundbarrier now committed by Guangzhou. Try and salvage this fight, but London are answering back, and those big ultimates, the self-destruct from Bernard finding Chara is a critical ult used, critical pick-off. See Eileen forced away as well. Glister now going to be using this Deadeye. No one can touch the point here, and if they do, they're most likely going to be demexed or taken out. There you have it. London Spitfire able to just slowly, through a war of attrition, take up this point. It was messy, it wasn't clean, but it worked out.
Yeah, it was very slow, and if Rio hadn't been caught in that blizzard...
He thinks that they can win this teamfight without using the EMP.
I think they're just trying to play slow, Brent. They're just trying to take as much time as humanly possible before investing in the EMP. It finally comes out and they get J-Mac and Aldo. They want London Spitfire to take the first move.
Play passive, and now 15 seconds remaining. Glister has to go huge. The Blizzard laid down. Sound barrier only connects onto a couple of targets. Aldo brings down Rio. Nero with the pulse bomb, but the Immortality Field took the brunt force. Now we see the London Spitfire getting the picks because of the supercharger. The added extra damage enough to just really push them through this choke point. And a minute 30 on the clock is what they've got to work with now. This is getting down to the wire. He's set up a positioning right now. Eileen forced to just try and push this card back.
The Guangzhou charge can delay this.
Eileen goes down to a straight icicle. And now Rio using the Primal Rage. He has to come up big. He has to get a pick now. Otherwise London are going to be pushing this one all
quickly. But they need to be a bit more coordinated about that. Pull their tanks in, pressure the point as well at the same time as Nero engages.
Go for a little sideways play here.
Great Bionade.
Shu with the Bionade. And Shu is a name we haven't spoke about a lot, but my goodness, look at the damage, Josh.
That's much better coordination coming out from Guangzhou.
God.
Fantastic stuff. Rio sets up on top. They thread the needle with a...
survives the EMP in the first place. The EMP gets used. Krillin immediately using his Transcendence. Bionade onto J-Mac, so J-Mac goes down, and now we see the Nano Boost being utilized. Nero doesn't even want to pop it yet, but finally lets it go. It's a great peel from Bernard, as he was there with the Defense Matrix, but Krillin does fall. Instant Resurrect from Chara. That's going to be peeled away for his team, but it's looking like a very winnable engagement so far for the Guangzhou Charge. And as I say that, a couple of picks going away of London, but there we have it. J-Mac back in the fight with the shield. Placement is down, and he is providing a foundation for his team to work around.
Wow, not even a single tick though.
Impressive.
The London Spitfire did
Krong using the Self-Destruct. This is a very orchestrated play. You can see Rio tried to go for the leap there, but look at that Primal Rage. Hylie goes off the edge. Krillin, you're next, Sunshine. You ain't going to be safe from any of these fists. You don't want to catch these hands either. Rio finding two, setting his team up for victory. That is beautiful, but a bit of a misplay from London. Just even playing that close to the edge in the first place. And now this will be a tick going the way of Guangzhou. Question is, can London stall it? But the amplification matrix from Hylie goes down as well at the same time, forcing Guangzhou back to a degree. Eileen using the EMP, but gets brought down immediately. Hylie, quite little burst shot there, straight into the head, takes him out, and London, they might just turn this one right now.
Shoes under so much pressure, and they haven't been able to pick off Krillin, who's just playing up at the high ground here, annoying Nero. Nero gets the pick onto Krillin, but Hylie has been able to stay alive. His immortality
doesn't find anything. Nero going to be hunting for a pick now on the Tracer, desperately dodging and weaving and juking, and there we have it. Finally, Rio builds up the Primal Rage, and he's going to start to do the damage. Does Krillin dirty, takes him out of the fight, blocking away Hylie as well. So Hylie, even with the immortality field, he's taking him out of the fight, and that gives the Guangzhou Charge enough time to cap it up with 3 seconds.
Yep. That's so crucial. That gives them extra time. If the London Spitfire are also...
London are very close to just capping this one out. They need to start making some plays here. So Eileen going to be going in. EMP does come out, but Krong frozen up here. Big Bionade onto Waldo, which means he will be going down. London still alive, though, in this little cubby. And you can see an opportunity for London to come back as the Transcendence comes out. Now the Pulse Bomb laid down, but it forces them all into the corner, and that allows Rio
That's
to
a good collapse under the supports.
Nice bit of cleave damage there as it chunks them. And it looks like the Guangzhou Charge are able, by the skin of their teeth, win out this team fight. So, fair play to them.
That was super close for Guangzhou. The investment of the EMP's a bit of a gamble, honestly, because if it doesn't work out, then they've got all the ultimates they need to be able to roll into point B. But that's the entire thing that the Guangzhou Charge composition is built around. It's getting that EMP late in the fight and being able to turn it, and they did there. Rio and Nero are so good at being able to work together to clean up that backline.
If he tried to leap his way into there.
Buying time for Eileen, though. Again, Eileen really close to another EMP.
Rio, he is dancing with death. The sound barrier, to trust in his team to just ensure that that would come is immense there. Great team play from Guangzhou Charge, and Nero start beating down the opposition, as you can see, going for it. Falling very, very low, has to recall just to heal himself back up, but the Guangzhou Charge holds strong, and now only 40 seconds remaining. And it comes back, Josh, to what we were saying earlier about how many good attacks are London going to be able to get when they're playing this Matrix. Eileen going to be hunting for a target or two, but London, they have to come up clutch now. The EMP connects onto so many targets, and it's going to be brutalizing the opposition. The London Spitfire being picked to pieces. The Carrier Crow finding his mark. See Rio laying down the bubble just to block that little self-destruct. Cutesy little play from him. Only a couple of players remaining for London.
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.